It is going to be great today. Mother Universe is present here. Oh. Mother Gaia is present here. It is going to be great today. AVED is present here. Oh. The God of Universe is present here. It is going to be great today. Mother Nature is present here. Oh. The God of the Universe is present here. A glorious and a wonderful day from me to you. My earnest prayer for you today that you are totally well. When I mean well, I mean the real Funegbe from Udazi. God bless you all richly. Please, if you are watching, make sure you share your comments. Your love and like is needed. Something happened in yesterday's broadcast. There was social media shut down. Social media blackout. I think worldwide. Facebook and Instagram were down. So that's to tell you that what I'll be telling you right from time, a time will come you on your Facebook is no more. For those people that believe that now Facebook they take they eat, go find something, go learn. So for those people that eat and feed on Facebook, you may wake up one day, you want to log into your account, is no more. So you have to have plan B. Make sure you have plan B. Very, very important. You have plan B. Very, very important. Make sure you have plan B. If you must get there. So we have a very special topic today. It is a little bit painful that our yesterday topic, we couldn't finish it, but there's nothing we can do. Our yesterday topic, we couldn't finish it. So we might be doing some reflections. We might be doing a little reflections. Please, if you are watching, make sure you share. I'm not seeing any love and like from the screen. Just do that. Don't always fail to thumbs up our video on YouTube. So as you give a thumbs up, you are also letting YouTube know that there's a huge sense why they must also recommend the video for another person. Honorable Bello Omo says, God bless you in a hurry. You are first commenter today. In all your life endeavor, you will always be first. Please make sure you share this very broadcast. You have something very important to also benefit today because we're going to be reaching you from a different perspective. We're going to be reaching you today again from a different perspective. As I'm doing my sharing, also do yours. After this very brief sharing, we go into the topic in proper. 1 hour something minutes, we are gone. So I just pray that what happened yesterday don't happen today again. These days, at times, internet will just fail automatically. So everything you are saying is all part of the plans that they have already. Please, as you are watching, share your own from your end, as I'm also struggling doing mine from here. I'm also struggling doing my own sharing from here. Also do your own from your hand. Let's see what we can be able to achieve today again. You know, I told you right from the one that we are in this together, not because of maybe one is trying to make confession about saying not be only me one day this woman. So it is breaking from here. Today be on the 6th, Wednesday 6th of March 2024. So I'm going to be enlightening you about frequency. Then again, education is the best legacy you can give to your children. What are you educating your children about? We are going to be looking at that deeply. Then the church were created to keep you in a low place of consciousness. The 5D dimensional consciousness makes you a conspiracy theorist. You no longer play for Dundee United. The 5D dimensional consciousness makes you not to believe any false narrative any longer. The 5D dimensional consciousness, it makes you, it's like the more you study, the more you are enlightened. Also things of the spirit is. The more you go closer, the more you are in your 5D dimensional consciousness, the more nobody bamboozle you again, the more you now know who you are. You now that you begin to see the vibration. What frees people never freaks you again. You now know what God really needs from you. You now know your core value. You know what you can't do for this life. Nobody bamboozle you again. Native daughter of even call yourself, say, Mokpare, you know, say that, but they don't need that. You are now the CEO of your life. That's all about the 5D dimensional consciousness. Nobody bamboozle you again. Anybody cannot give you fake prophecy and you obey. You cannot be calling people, say, man, you cannot be looking at people as if they are too much. You cannot bet design this person's spirit is real. Look at what this person is capable of doing and what is not capable of doing. That's what 5D consciousness does. Then another thing again we are going to be looking at. If you have been told you will live long, you have a huge role to play to stay alive. Most of us today, because somebody prophesied, nothing can kill you in this world though. You have your own role to play. If you want to stay alive, you stay. That's why it was in our yesterday topic. You are the duality of your own life. If you want to stay in this earth, good. If you don't want to stay, even your ancestors will welcome you. So that one is certain. There is a difference between stupidity and simplicity. The ministry of Jesus that lasted for 3 years, that is the last time we have lived for more than 2,000 years. The ministry we are told that it lasted for only 3 years. Owo, Eva, Eha. 3 years. Do you know, this very planet Earth, particularly the continent of Africa, we have lived with it right now for over 2,000 years. And nothing is working. We must do something about it. Now, let me first of all give you the definition of frequency. From our perspective here, the universal does not speak English. The universal per se does not speak English. It speaks frequency. And this is the most honest language in the world. Now, think about it. If you say something in a language, you may doubt it inside of you. Or you could even lie to yourself. Frequency does not lie. If your thoughts, mind, and desire are not in line, you may not reach that frequency. Everything around you have frequency. Even your animals in the house also have frequency. Now, what does this imply? I've told us about this before. We've talked about energy, frequency, vibration, and consciousness. And all those things is going together. And the reason why, if you watch it this day, we are more talking about spiritual things. We are not really go deep into political issues. Now, we keep on following political issues. There is no way we can get this right. It is when you've been able to discover a problem or diagnose a problem in human body as a doctor, as a nurse, as whatever, as a physician, before you now start applying things to. Even there is also spiritual diagnosis. That's why before some certain person start telling you, go and bring Gokpa, go and bring this thing, they have to first of all look for the problem. Then after looking for the problem, they now search out, what must we now do? Are we to write a P, or we are going to start waging war? And one thing I love about our tradition is this. They don't just go to war like that. They first of all make an appeal. Let's consult and see what's going to happen. At the time they did what they were supposed to do, and the person still refuse, they now bring what they have to make sure it will not be battle for battle. It is when if you have your ancestral spirit, will not stand up with the gods of the land. Then if you are lucky, you have been able to key into the prerequisite, the what and what is needed from you. You have been doing it. Mother Gaia, Mother Nature will not send your Iyeneze or your spiritual mother. They will not empower her. She's not the one to handle that very fight for you. This is what Christianity came to come and take away from our lives. That's the reason why the church were created to keep you in a low place consciousness. That's why it was created. They brought this very ministry to dehumanize us as a human so that you don't know your real core value. You don't know what you are worth of. I've had series of discussions, a lot of counseling during this very series we are right now, talking about the spirituality and all that. I know I do add other topics to it, but the reason why we have to be fervent in doing all these things is this. They say faith comes by hearing, and hearing constantly the word of God. And most of all, we fall in this very category. We don't know. Maybe it might be that what you felt you have achieved right now, you are supposed to achieve more than that. Now, maybe your child was supposed to be a governor without even doing any human sacrifice. He will just get the governorship in a platter of gold. Now, your child will not be working in the house of in government house, either as a driver or whatever. It might be because of your negligence, or there are things you are supposed to do that you are not doing. Now, when we say education is the best legacy you can give to your child, it's not all about sending your children to the higher institutions. It means educating them about the things of life, the way they are to go. That was why the book. You just say, me, I be done almost they give up self. I found out that this thing is under attack. If you even see the viewer, it's not encouraging. I was almost giving up already. Me ate wa fiana. No basket for rotting mango. And I would have not logged in again. Even a bombe man. I was almost cutting it. I don't like what I hate for it. Please, let's share massively. I don't know what's wrong with them. Please, let's share massively, please. Now, it all depends what we are educating our children about. Now, like I quoted before this, there was break in transmission. He said, Proverbs 22, verse 6. He said, train up a child the way you grow, so that when it is old, it will not depart from it. Now, what does this imply? There are a lot of things you need to teach your child as a parent. Now, the way our parents brought us up, they tried their possible best. But area affects, there was a little misconception, or there was a little mistakes for them not being able to find out the kind of God we are supposed to serve for us. That's the area where they made mistakes. That was why most of them, they spend their highest money. They go to farm and train their children to make sure they go to school. This was the ideology that the Britain they brought. Education is the key. But do you know how many of our people today, because they were not educated in another form, or they were not rightly informed, that was why they are deformed today. That's why the book of James, if there's anyone lack wisdom, let him ask of the Lord. Now, as you are growing up, there are so many wisdom that is fundamental that you are supposed to have. At least know what is around you. Know on how this life functions. That one is very, very sacrosanct. Now, the reason why there is too much misconception And these, a lot of people today, they still believe in too much in this indoctrination because there were so many things they were supposed to learn, they didn't learn it. There was a day that was the last 2 weeks or so, I told us here that school and church is indoctrination center. School and church is indoctrination center. Because all these things have already been written. Just for you to come and get your little brainwash and go. That is how it look like. Now, for those of us that grow up from a parents who were able to tell us 1 or 2 things, they tell us some certain stories. If you look at what's happening in the world today, most cases at times, I blame people. The people that we come from the same state together, I blame them at times. Do you know why I blame them? Why will you adopt or still adopt those things your father told you? Even your father were telling you this thing under duress. Their father were not happy. Their father told them this story as a result of, because of the fear and the weaponization because of a Bonajian. Uwe no dead one day, no tell me give. Now you grow up, you are civilized, you are in the Western world. Then why are you still working in this same archaic idea that you got from your father, not knowing that your father never likes it? Because you were never having the kind of opportunity you have today. Your father will also be a freedom fighter. Now, vis-a-vis, they were taught on how to enslave people. They were taught on how to obey slave masters. And this very particular verse of the Bible, we inculcated it to them. Ephesians 6 verse 5. And the same Ephesians chapter 6 verse 6. Slave, obey your earthly master. That's why today, if you watch their modality and the way they do things, they are a replicant or a carbon picture of where they are coming from. That's why it is not everybody today. Whatever you see people do, you imitate. Some person may be doing it because they are lunatic. That's why there is a difference between stupidity and simplicity. What is stupidity? Knowing the truth and you are still believing in the lies. That's stupidity. Now, simplicity means you are just trying to be simple. You take everything easily. There is different. Only family agbo wetin yen la ogede senkwa wetin yen gbo ogede uwe lakwa na or wetin yen gbo bobo ifeme or the agbe is saying the rain. That's what is wrong with us today. A lot of men, they are losing it. Some people today now, they now become talkative in social media, they now become useless. They can't eat aside. You have been following somebody for 5 good years. Following that person to create all manner of problem. From one problem to the other. If the traffic come, they will have a WhatsApp group where you insult people what they are going to do. You think that's stupidity to the highest order. But now we are supposed to search out the real truth and work according to it. Now, what these same people does not know waiting they have to tell their people. There is this man, I don't want to mention the location. I saw that he did a video. God knows my heart. I don't want anybody to die. My next prayer is that whatever thing you plan for me, you may also plan for that person. You can wait me because there are also some persons who have done evil. God will also push one bad person to that person to go and kill that person. That's why I always pray this prayer for myself. I don't say whatever thing you are planning against anybody. No. I don't interfere in people's case. Whatever thing you plan against me, why you were more. I saw him, somebody shared a video with me. I saw him lying down in the hospital bed. Then do you know what my mind told me? I will not say it here. Where my mind reflect to, it is just that. Anyway, I had a bad theater from the same story. That is to say, he went through operation. Either blood clotting. Either blood clotting. When we say at times that what you support, the time was support will follow you. And this was the same people also who he was part of it. Now there is this guy again in Italy. That year he was one of this movement also who I just heard that it has been jailed right now for 8 years in Italy after he ran to UK. And a prophecy were given to him, not by Jesus, but some of the children of Mother Gaia, for the children of God of nature. Do you know, didn't follow that prophecy? That don't enter this place again, leave. He did not leave. I had information today that I've been jailed for 8 good years because of what has passed. because of what has passed. What are we talking about? Now, when I tell you, but some of all these people were the town crier. If you must support anything in life, if you want to be vindicated, if you want God to stand by you in whatever thing you do in life, always learn to stand for the truth. Now, the same people it fought for. You don't know when you hear against the spirit will even follow you come. Most of us today, we are passing through one difficulty or the other. It's because of what we support. We are passing through one difficulty or today because of we doesn't obey the God of nature. We don't care to know ourselves. That's why it is happening. I did say that nobody will not get problem. But at times, if you are in public domain, stand for justice. At least humanity is supposed to be a religion. Anytime you see that they are hurting anybody, be there. Anytime, no matter what. Do you know the most reward of things that God paid for? It is when you do the unusual. Unusual as in, like now. As you people always claim it. They use some certain person to drink water and you used to support them. Your ability to also come out and say, no. That was what most of these children, they lake us on, they said. But you see people come out and support them. You didn't see any good thing that to take them and say, but you would have not used this language like this. You see all of them also. One have been jailed, 8 years imprisonment. Another one again, I know. I'm not laughing at him, but I'm just trying to give instances. Let's assume now, Saloba gave me that soon die. Oh, we done with Damel you went. Now let's assume. What are we going to remember him for? Or what somebody like me, what am I going to remember him for? Did he try to touch any part of my life to end my life or what? That is it. When we say there is nothing in this life, it does not just mean that there is really nothing in it. That to say, mind the way you do things. Mind your communication with people. Mind the way you hurt people. Those days we grow up from a parents. People like us. I never made my father anybody. I've said it several times with that number. I never see my pa one day they do it. That man I only just they do. I was discussing with somebody one day now say Egbe with me from Con. Egbe Mariagoma Emekiri. But that is not our name. That's not the ancestral name we bear. Intend to do research and find out that look at who my parents was. That was why I said it Egbe Mariagoma. I grew up and meet my mother. I can't anybody. But this very woman were dragged. A lot of lies were put upon her. A lot of lies. Which later came out that it was just a false story. Because they've already seen her destiny and seen the destiny of her children. You know. People fight you not because of who you are today. They fight you for who you are to become in 10 years' time. If you're having problem, you are not having problem because of the Benz you are driving or the C or the BM you are driving. You are having problem because of the B or the private jet they are seeing you buy tomorrow. Enemy does not envy you for who you are right now. You are thinking because the clothes where you wear go party. No, they are seeing other better clothes you are going to put on. They are seeing that your children is going to be great in life. That's why most of you, they can't spoil your head. What you are supposed to teach your children, don't teach them. I believe I must submit this to you. The highest education anybody can give to their children. At least show your children the real part of life. The kind of friend they are to go out with. How they are supposed to be spiritually sensitive. Teach your children about energy and frequency. Teach your children on how this world functions. Teach your children what we have went through. Teach your children that, my son, no matter whatever it takes, if it takes you to stand alone, stand alone. I do hear it from my late father, blessed memory. Or when I was born as a truthful person. I cannot change me. I have to do me. This is just me. I was born to say the truth. I was not born. My spirit don't accept it. The energy, frequency, and vibration in me don't support me. Don't energize me to support evil. That's why when a lot of things started happening, I put a message across. Please, let's be doing this thing like nobody wants to listen. Now, this person right now, this is not a rumor, but I don't want to say the thing. We'll now hear it later. I don't want to mention anybody's name here. I'm not laughing at anybody. Even this same person, we are having problem in 2018. Why was he having problem? He insulted this very man in America. Now, me now, as a very good follower, I have to come out to come and lay defense. But I go come for you with the little academics where you get, you know. I did one topic, I do this topic in our silence. Me, I'm not a noise maker. I did one topic, I use it to make some critical example. I will cheat nonsense out of your life. And ugly. That is up to now, I will cheat. But that one is gone. That was 2018 precisely. Because when somebody I do call my master, who later also go and tie a head, if not your boy will not be. I fought for him. What I did, the sacrifice I had made, me no enemy. But do you know because someone have to benefit in every way that there are people today right now they stewed. You can't worry, we are praying for you. Nana way whatsoever a master that shall reap. You may give money to people, you may not reap money. But when you now embark on society journey of life, that people were according to Amuna Taba, or we kill no bunawa doesn't bunla yemi, or work by mudia la you larry, or work by amudianoma ade, now so they be. There are way what you are sowing today, there are also way you are going to start reaping it tomorrow. It may not be the way same way you put it on the ground. That's why when you are planting yam, you cut 1 tuber of yam, you cut it into 4. If that yam is going to yield fruit, or it's going to multiply, just that one, only 1 tuber of yam, you will get another times 4 of what you put on the ground. Even at times 10. That's how life look like. So don't just expect because you are watching right now, you are sharing this boy's video, then when the blessing will come in a mysterious way. How the blessing is going to come? Maybe they are lying on you. And this boy, you have supported this page. At times you can just wake up in the morning. We have a sanye rave yoto. Akona we have a room or any Bible we have in a room. A comprenuti no big benegun. A bishop activism. Una guamu egbe or manok pokpe or rani yavan or okay. Only that one you do constantly. You also go to repeat tomorrow. This life function with frequency. What goes around comes around. The same way come a day to do banner, so the other side see day when you see a reap good thing. Now so it be. So let nobody bamboozle you. You have sold. I have sold and I must repeat. I have sold in this social media. Only me when you go mamu. I don't do whatever thing I'm doing because of money. Do you know how many people are teaching are blessed right now? Go and check people sharing our video. Eminent personality. There are people that is another eminent personality. They share video right now. They are now associating with us in their own page. This is not just time to watch and we be like say you go the hard, you know. People are now bringing themselves because they begin to see the truth. That's why it is not how far but how where. It is not about the location. It's all about their location. That's why when trouble ends, you become an achiever, not a question man. When trouble ends, you start living in grace. And when grace work for you, you eat what you don't labor for. At times, the grace of your mother and your father may be escorting you. A lot of you right now, you feel it is the speaking in tongues that you are speaking. There is extra energy, extra frequency your father stored down that have been escorting you. Up to today, your father is fighting tooth and nail. He know that the day will come, you will repent. It's like when I was in the body of Christ, you know, I guess my ancestors were waiting. We are going to be using Newton for something. I did not start up like this. This was talked by me where so where. Sincerely, I was the first person that created the topic. Say, we are supposed to be seeing the day of Idenokbo Benin. Because I was the first person who brought out the topic to compare the sacrifice of Jesus to the Idenokbo Benin. Because the one of Jesus were for restoration. Idenokbo was for restoration. But little did I know that God is going to be giving, the God of my ancestors is going to be giving me a different definition of what I thought before. Me where so where? I was the one that brought it out. I think I see that this alien, they were doing it then. I was the one that brought it out. I was in Italy when I made that video. In Bologna, in 2017 precisely. I was the first person who brought it out during the course of my teaching. I could compare it then Benin to Jesus. What does Jesus Christ die for? To break away the hostility between we and God. For example, now what is Benobo would die for? Was it not to restore the palace? I was the first person to do mine and one. But I was searched out. He said many are called, Few are choosing according to the book of Matthew 22 verse 14. And right now all of us were called. And it can't come to a time that one would not choose people. We are lining up with sat down. New things you have been choosing. Look at the negative narrative you have to correct. I have to correct it. This is where my destiny lies. Anything I do tomorrow, I receive bullet to me. That if there's anything I have, I will sit down. A kinave 24 that's a year to tie. Area Bona said there is nothing in real life. This is very dehydrating, you know. You guys should just pray. Nana give my way, nana for. Now the network give you disturb if you are not come so. Now the network they disturb. The network is just frustrating. Hi. All the quite risky. But we'll deliver the message. People don't really understand who they are. That is why they hurriedly claim Christianity, because the criteria, it is more easier. A lot of persons did not really want to fight out to know who they are. They embrace Christianity because that one is more easier. I just wake up one day, I'm a man of God. They forget about certificate and forget the university, the money you spend for them in the university. This is a military that lasted for 3 good years. Now all Africa, they read. Now, waiting their life of 3 years, now they UFO. For example, you read the Bible, look at it. Some of all these characters run with us. Like the book of Philippians 2 verse 5. He said, let this man be in you that was in in Jesus. Now, what man was in that man? The part of this behavioral attitude, according to the story, let's read it as literature. Let's not begin to read it and say, yes, we must die here. No. Let's just read it like Agbo Malaika Leviathan of Lagoon. Now, what does that Agbo Malaika particular verse implies? For example, Agbo Malaika, he were close to school. He was always late. So that don't go and be like Agbo Malaika, your house is close to school, you're always late. There are some certain attributes we are supposed to emulate so that we used to fist up things. But we are not doing it today. That's why it becomes indoctrination. That's why people like Ousn talk about hypnotizing or religion psychosis. We carry on the thing, not come finish again. You will see this man, I be man of God. Why not become something else? Become an archbishop of activism. You can use the Bible to advocate for a better society. You can use the Bible to correct 1 or 2 things that's happening in your society. These same people today that they said they are Christians. How can you be a Christian? Why did the book of John chapter 11 verse 35? What does it say? He said Jesus Christ wept. Why does he wept? He wept because of the pains of the people when Lazarus died. He wept because of the unbelief of the people that when they go to Judea, something may happen. He also wept again because of the pains he's going to go through in the cross of Calvary, for example. How many of these fake pastors who have ever won, they feel irritated where, while your man and one or slavery must have to stop? They don't care. That's why after preaching the message, DSS will guide them. They give you secret to go and put in your house. This is the life we grow to come and meet. We grow to come and meet it, and it now become a tradition that we almost have to follow suit. Does not make it right. When something spends too much years or too much time, it becomes a part of life. That's what we are seeing today. That's why nobody really cares about this aspect of activism. Now, I'm preparing us ahead. The reason why we must have to wake up, if you are not in 5D dimensional consciousness, the new air that is coming, you don't see you cannot function well. That's why if they tell you right now, update your phone because of the new WhatsApp, new WhatsApp update, or because of certain programs in your phone, the very time you update it, it will also go there. Either the picture is going to be more clearer, or the functions will now become faster. Now, why did they bring about 5G time? They want it to be more faster so that this is only the network that can penetrate what's inside your system. And is only 3.8 megahertz. Evani Magbin a drag ese. Evani Magbin a drag ese. But let's assume in a row he have completed the degree 5 whatever. He goes speed more than that. The speed is more than the one of plane. It's more than the one of frequency. Now, people are dragging, repairing the world. The reason why you does not see no today because anything is happening in the world, it is because that is just the truth. A reasonable person should perceive it, that there is something wrong. And there is no way you can perceive it if you are under this religion psychosis. I'm not trying to condemn all everything about your Christianity is bad. There are most of you today, at least, who take send the pictures where you are, who will send. Who take both who will both. But there's something harming your life that this sin have done. They use it to disconnect you from the God of your ancestors. They use it to demoralize you. They bring it so that you cannot be able to amount to that 5D dimensional consciousness. It makes you feel comfortable whatever thing you are doing, that one day to be possible. It does not make you to think and do things right, because there is a name that you are going to call that will do it for you tomorrow. Now, I don't have a name in me. I think I evaluate this thing I want to do. That is, I'm always conscious of whatever thing I'm doing. That's why I have nothing to repent to as far as this life is concerned. What am I going to be repent? Anybody rather than the same thing you see me do right now. Like this idiot, this lady of Bini Alien. I don't even remember him again. Maybe it was God that made me come across his video in TikTok. Ever since, do you know, I don't go to anybody's page to go and search out information. I have not come across. He might have also do video about me. Maybe my God, my ancestors doesn't want me to see. That's why I don't see it. If my ancestors want me to see it, yeah, why we have a screw him now here? He must have the one they want me to see, I've seen it. I don't go to his page. You are not my problem. I just look at it that you are lunatic. That's the highest stupidity in this world. You've already know the truth, but you are still believing on the lies. Now, why must you and I have problem? If there is no light in Benin, it affects you. You are the one that built many houses in Benin. Only man can. Thank God my father and my mother, they are no longer alive today. In our data heaven, they are in heaven. Because I saw them, they never, that's why I carry just now and say, I name Maria because my father is such a person, and my mother. Oh, we marry Agoma. But that was the understanding they has about life. That same understanding or that intonation that they sold, I did buy it. We're not. You see people, they gossip, but that's a gossip. I gossip in my way, but why a lot of person have right over some certain things. They can gossip and Mr. Susan so motive and we not do know. And these people, you always see their life, they are always very wretched. They are not beautiful. That is the very senseless sense of human being. But when I go working on it, friends will be tearing you apart outside. That's a friend. You should be defending such a friend. That's why you don't follow dog to the moon. Or a pig, you don't follow them to the moon. There are a lot of things you are allowed to slide. Does not mean that you doesn't know what you are doing. May God Almighty help us. May God, when we say education is the best legacy you can give to a child, there are a lot of things you can educate your children about. Now, let me refer to some scriptural verses of the Bible. If you read the book of Proverbs chapter 6 verse 20, he said, my son, keep your father's commandment and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Now, it is not the commandment right now of God. Our father gave us a commandment because our father were trying to project the mind of God for us. That's why if you take everything your father told you, if you have followed it, your life will be more better. Everything your father told you when you were growing up, if you have followed it, that same wife your father said you shouldn't marry is still your problem today. That same thing your mother used to tell you, if you want to be very sincere. Maybe every time your mother sent you a message, you always grumble. Oh, we may get mad because they are your God. They know when you were inside the belly. Some of our mother can attest to it that, look at this, my son. There are most of you breastfeed a lot. There are most of you when you were growing up. There are this a baba you do. Anytime your mother is counting money, you are always there. Even when you don't even remember. That's why when your mother were telling you, my son, do not go and study lawyer. Study that's why after finishing school, because that was not your what you come to this life to come and do. A lot of us went into course because I'm not there, my friend. My friend is reading bills at me. All bills at me today. No, I man what do eki. Go and look at all of them. But these same people today know you 4 years in university. They don't even know how to call change. Because you only go there, they doesn't follow in a here and And your father was in position to tell you that. He said, obey your father. Do not go away from your father's commandment. And don't forsake your mother's teaching. We don't know. That's why today, we don't care. No, love will carry you. And the demon, they'll come go tie you. Without the girl, not pick your phone, you remain small, you die. So many men today struggling in their marriage. It was their decision. You thought your mom, okay, your mom no want to marry you. Now come to look at it. If you want to marry a woman, the woman, it just a come. Your mom don't get war with her. Why not go and sit down as a man? Not that my mom is going to marry me. Not that my mom, it's just my mom. And she want me to have children. And my mom is always talking quarterly about this woman. What really is this woman's life? Is my mom trying to spoil my love? We don't really look at that. We look at it from one perspective. Where our own mind carry out that devilish, demonic love, unnecessary feelings. Now you have your son. Unnecessary feelings. Oh man, I'm with phone where we all don't hang go back. The very day the girl will always want to misbehave because that your misbehavior has sent down all the encouragement in here. That's why when you are happy, almost when you break your heart. That your breaking of heart give her joy in her coven. And this is what your mother have seen. That's why most people today, the wife you marry is supposed to be a blessing to you. Today is supposed to be a wife. Today is not a knife. Today is not a knife. No peace. There are most people today don't have a job. Yet, now, what did they cause problem between man and woman for John? But our mother, then, they could stay in Ousn house or Tegodo. Or turn the warrior, the warrior, or the warrior, a last born of the warrior. Our mother could sustain marriage. Now, these women of nowadays, you and the man and they are what's the big problem. Your mother and your father, they want you about it, you didn't want to take. Most of you were following money. Maybe where you were. If you were lucky, you go where. You see how this life is being prepared at times. There are so many men today, they can wed woman because of shape. That's why love, guess right now, they are now, that they go to do now, they do bread. Now, men, they made them, they do one. Maybe your own kind of wife or where you were. Nakmala, very ugly. But because of your head not correct now, you are looking for Bobby and, and Ikebe. Then you will divert your destiny. Such a man, how are you going to arrive when all your mates are driving Venza, who married the kind of wife they were supposed to marry? Then you are driving Keke. Then they say, now which they worry you. Most of the time, that's why I go and be checking all our earnings. At times, it's not demon. Sometimes, it's not demon. It's disobedient. Or why you we're supposed, even when you feel. But Christianity does not make you to have such a mind. You have been hijacked. You go for the one with or what says. Me two girls the wakana now. Now the one way get front, get back. Okay, most of the court clash, the way they see, now get the cousin. Because the girl where they see for party, the person where can go grief for. Now Jew will be a K man or Mako nowhere. About that guy waiting I go do. Oh, but now that's what this guy doing. That with your the party. As I tell her, say me no, may leave that girl. And the girl don't already choose it, don't choose. At times, waiting they freak some girls. Not be the freak of that person. Some girls now they describe their boyfriend. He go tall. He go get flat tummy. Why some of them are lily? Some guys have the kind of men that they're looking for. And maybe that kind of man is looking for. He's not supposed to even near such a man. Such a man not supposed to even give him water. But the kind of one walk where he organic, always swag, metal. Who encourage those shenanigans boys are doing today? Boy, when you are me or you, then where you me or you, what are you teaching your children? Idiots. Then when you be out to where a music am working because of your career, for example. Then what did you expect from your children? What are you teaching your children? Well, but the same child, you send the same child to school. You always sending money to UK, Oxford University or you. But what the outward appearance? What is your children learning from you? Some children today, after their father might have smoked a midaniancy, you see the children also rolling paper, learning. Then tomorrow with Amu or Moria, when man is the architect of his own misfortune. That's why the book of Corinthians, Paul the apostle will say, he said, when I was a child, I talked like a child. I reason like a child. He said, right now, I now become an adult. I have to put away childish things. If we must say how this life is concerned, this life functions by principles. It functions by principles. And right now, every one of us is doing something. We want to correct all error in our life. Just a boy who died at the age of 33 years. His ministry lasted for only 3 years. 3 years, nothing more. What have I not told you about the Jesus? What have I not used it to correct here? But today we carry it. Now spirit now we want use. Now everything they buy now we want use. And we have been using it, things are not going well. People today we are supposed to be, I do say it here, might be, maybe, the house you just finished and you said is whatever, supposed to be the one you dash, you build and give people. It's supposed to be. And right now every one of us is in Europe today. We are still struggling. This is how we will do it. 10 years plus, most of our age right now, some will be 70. And the last plan right now, we both give to you right now, 60 something where someone break down. The food you eat, the weather, the water and everything, someone break down. The very day where someone at the hospital, who don't say 16, I do treat you when you survive. How many people have gone to hospital today? They are still very sound. I see Obasanjo the other day. Go and see Obasanjo, I think he's 80 something now. He's still very sound. I met him one day playing football. Do you know why? Obasanjo is a farmer. I can perceive it where some of the corn Obasanjo still eat today that still make him to be as healthy as that. Is this white corn? Area this GMO corn, this yellow corn. Obasanjo have his own farm. He's a very learned man. He might know about this bioweapon of crops and all of other. He doesn't eat it. Go and see the man, still very sound. As a man, Obasanjo, as at 100 years, he's about Olusegun. Now, Obasanjo now, the former ex-president. Go and look at him today. But compared to people that are 60 years, we are in Europe right now. At times, small thing where you just do, just breathe in, breathe out. You are getting down gradually. That's why we need to be very, very careful. Some of all this teaching, our father would have taught us, but most of them, they were not having an opportunity. Right now, they brought the internet to kill us. Let's use it against them. I'm wearing for misinformation. So let's use it to inform ourselves for better things. Now, let's look at the book of Hebrews 12 verse 11. He said, no discipline ceases to be pleasant at the times, but painful. Later on, however, it produces an harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. There is no discipline your parents will ever give to you right now in this world, or anybody is giving to you that is pleasant. You know they're good for body. He said, but at the end result, you can't bring better things come out for those who will follow them. This is where I talk about our parents just now. I'm talking about the best legacy. It's not about sending children to the university. At times, this conversation with your children, some kind of attitude. If you want your children to always give, at times send them a message, go and give them. Anytime your children have something, maybe your first son, he has a tablet. And the last born or the small one, for example. So, and the first one, thank God that they restored again. And anytime the junior one asks something, maybe let's say tablet or phone, the junior one is demanding from it from the first one. And you are the one that bought it for the first one. Then he's not giving out. Castigate that very first one. Teach him on how to do good for his brothers. Do you know that child will grow up? He will even love his brother more than the way he will love himself. You have to teach them not to ever jealousy each other. Inculcate it to them. But you see parents, they are still alive. Their children are no longer friends. The quarrel between blood brothers is bigger than in most cases than stepbrothers. At times you have close relationship with your own stepbrothers, which was also weaponized, where every stepbrother is a witch, every stepmother is a witch. It was weaponized. Why it be say it is your own blood brother, but everybody will be suspecting stepbrothers. Do you know why? Because some certain person have used some certain stepbrother in the old. Nobody today they suspect Oviye. And Oviye ni Orahinwe. He collect money there. He have the right to sell you or working away for free. But his stepbrother will came work back so what time I will man and he will forgive her. In most cases. In most cases. What does the book of Matthew chapter 10 verse 36 say? He said a maso enemy. So he's a member of his household. the people you eat together. That's why your own brother will sell you because they have the same, which it is networking. They work through frequency, energy and vibration and consciousness. Now it will connect them in the spirit. That's why you see some certain person, man, he gossip you all around. He want you to go down. It is networking because somebody from your house has sold you out. It is true. You have to start believing in it. But Christianity does not make you to see this from this perspective. Christianity does not make you to monitor any of your siblings, your uncles that are witch, because all of them, they also speak in tongues. The one that worry you most will even be the one, in most cases, who do speak in tongues. Ta, 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 ta. You always tell them all your problem, hoping that he is your solution. Not knowing that he use it to cover his craftiness. We were not told all these things. Our young canoe, we were not told. So if we keep on talking about Christianity, we are not trying to call you mumu. But you are seeing the truth and you still believe on the lie. That's stupidity. Only simplicity. Only family are waiting and longer. They think waiting and bobo. A lot of people, they are fooling themselves. All waiting and they humble. You are fooling yourself. It does not just mean wait to who they simple. Anybody will just call you and start calling. There are names you don't call me. As some people will just call at time. I'll never one day mention anybody by his name. Either I call you, Mama Abodi call you no girl for egbe. I don't just mention your name, boy. I tell you call me Newton, how are you doing? I don't me weful. Women respect. Bros, chairman, alpha. People that conversated with me, them, I don't even care. I put age aside. I put age aside because I know they feed you. Respect is reciprocal. Respect you earn it, you don't force it. If I have any from your side, call me who are you supposed to call me, but I don't form. It does not just mean where because I'm simple, then I'll become stupid. It is not done. So these are some of the things that this world is lacking today. Nobody wants to respect anybody. If I saw I want one, then they feel everybody the same. By the grace of God, I'm a bishop of activism. By excellent. What I am today, I suffer for it. If anybody, they call me brother, for example, I had to do that brother thing. I think I've shared this before. There's a guy in my city, anytime he see me, laugh at to me. A very grown-up guy, he even have the right to even shave me with one finger. He did tell me his age, but my people will always say, I am canon. He laugh at to brother, love is it, brother, love is it. I call him one day, now I say, this love is how you they greet me so. Now, a very big responsibility, now you they give me so. Not a distance time there. What I went to go and do for this boss, true to God. I have to stand to represent him. In some, this is a thing he have done before now fail. Why? Because of that love at all. For somebody to start greeting you, call brother, call running. One day act as a father. Act as a father. Now, over mega at all a pardon. I will your no man nefiete. He was the one that also sold me out at the end of the day. He sent people to bully me. Way. I didn't do him anything. Now, we went for PFM that June 2018. We went for PFM inauguration. Then he said he want to sack all cabinet. All admin in our country, they are pulling down. This one, they are pulling down because they were not. Now I say, sir, this was not the reason why I would come here. And right now, as a PRO, for example, I smart all of them. I have to go and write out the meaning of conference and inauguration. I say, if I may read, I stand up. It was me against 13 of them. 13 of them voted to say yes, all of them should be removed. It was only me one that didn't support it. Do you know he unlinked on me? That was being a quarrel. Now, as I just reach out that early June I can't see the way everything they be. He said he's going to make me admin. The only admin is Spain. I don't need it. There was other two admin, one woman and one girl. And that very first admin, I will not mention his name for security reason. He may respect on it, despite my level was higher than his own. He said he's going to also make me, I will not be the one to start controlling Jama platform. Already, Jama platform was already having problems. I said, I doesn't need all these things. Leave these people. They have suffered. Do you know, I fought for everyone. Even the same people I fought for all this way. They don't even know that I was fighting for them. I would have been able to collect all their position and pocket it. But I did that rebel alone. Up to one useless admin that was in UK, but he was not there. I would have mentioned him because he jotted me. I fought for them. Do you know, when this man started hitting me, They started sharing the same video. But right now, I'm on my feet. But he's facing the theater. He must pay. If you taught me by me, say you die back, I don't forgive that. People don't only know the reason why time when we are brutal. Most of the case we are so into people's life, but what we saw is not what we are getting. This is a person, may I drive with him, I call him a father. That was why when I was to go to Nigeria, I used my own hands money. I used my own hands money, but how does this pay me back? But go and look at the useless member. Even the people I was expecting some useless admit that I even fought for. They join him to fight. They join him to fight me. The new thing you are seeing today. I'm a product of hard work and grace. I know what God have done for me. So I don't want anybody to start complicating issue using Jesus. Don't use Jesus to pray for me. The God of my soul, that's why I no longer accept God will bless you with Jesus. Prayer up me. With or without you, I can live. I don't need it. I don't need them. Why did I put this one here today? Do it tell me, say, so if you take you to stand alone, it is not. It was during that very scenario I created a topic. It is not all majority that are right. It is not all majority. Like our people will always say, "Man, where we man, go and for confirm." But that time, I was an asker. Today, the truth have come out already. Even the advice I get to him, don't just run towards so worry like that. At least. You are our president, for example. You have found a movement to work for us. So worry. Let so worry be the one to also call you. After I made a video, one comrade that is also is paying here. I'm not mentioning anybody's name here. That guy called me to make sure he talked to so worry. Take it, but already there were already a platform of take it back at that time. It was me that drew that guy's attention. We were to go for our inauguration and whatever. So we were in somewhere that time we couldn't see. I was trying to draw the connection in collaboration with off-street conflict in this thing. If I were go forward, the New Yorker be the new idiot in Ogari. He was not supposed to go to that thing. Now therefore go for himself. We tell him, let this man look for you. But you know all those things were banned back against me. Trying to put him, okay, where we move, where you go. Let this man also be the one that will, send and look for you. Even what a brother that one also went and lied. That's why go and check all of their life today. Even his own little brother, who will suffer together, who know what he know lunatic in he even lied against me. Well, me go na ri eni me na ri ya onpa enva unwa popo me. Ima onpa enva to wazo me popo ebe wa hian. From prison wa ke wa ketipa wa de yeti rumoyi. Because I'm brutal at times. Or tien of a gamma, even there was even a girl. Now me with my friend that time I be passing in. There was even a game I be passing in. We were very close, but what 20 years he joined his own brother to even lie against me. He have come out from jail. His brother is in the Talibiaka Biano hospital bed. Any of you that plan bastard in my life, who are you one more? We worry each and every one of you. I'm just doing my thing. I'm a truthful person. Imawi holy, but I know they carry the hot people. Whatever thing I'm doing, that I focus on my commitment. I know they use play doing. If you watch it right now, for the past 7 days I've been online. Do you think it's always very comfortable for me to come? When you are sleeping, I study. God will give me topic. I have to go and look at scriptural verses of the Bible, not rhyme with a. I do work. I do homework. I don't just come here and talk blah blah. That's the way it is. So we have to be very, very careful. We have to be very, very careful as far as this life is concerned. Now let's look at the book of Ephesians 6 verse 2. He says, honor your father and your mother, which is the first commandment with a promise. Now if you look at the promise is in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 3. He says, so that it might go well with you, and that you may enjoy long life on earth. He said, honor your father and your mother. But a lot of us today, a man show you what like we born as soon as they enter giant. You see last born, you decide even on sunu wegbe. Last born. Because who lie with you. That's why there are people that here, man. There are some certain responsibilities you don't carry. Your parents, they always respect you because Miguari. Let your senior one be your senior one. If you had any idea how to eat, at time when they won't ask for money, give away gwale no be and sene. Mama whether now who want fund everything. When you fund it yourself, who you fiete. How many people is in the right track? If not go here, tell you now. It's not day. The very day you enter this Europe, you have tempered your destiny with 20%. Because none of you, again, when I career, none of you were destined to be in Europe among white people. It will show you, my if our continent were to be good like the whitey, we would be at home. I'm a builder, natural, I'm a builder. Now, one thing I love about my biological father is this. My biological father is always, when he found out you are doing something, he will always attend work from Bini, Makedok Baugida. I'll carry walking this thing, go Ronigbe, I'll go to renovate house with the Ronigbe. I was the closest son when it come to Nanayo Bowe to my own dad. I guess he's still looking at me today. When it come to I can't yet hear with me, I'm always with my dad. None of them. He always called me. And I also know what I benefited. I can't remember where we why I think we have 2 rooms today in our backyard. More boy. Now me build them. A father that always encourages his children according to what you can do. But anytime you see your children go who tell you say to do the book in a job? It's not just now weaponization made them they call another thing. But here is Spain. If you're an official primera, they respect you. One thing I've gotten in this very Europe, but they can't control me anyhow, because if you are controlling me, you have already know my kind of job. I destroy their work here, I do it. I was born naturally creative. Born naturally. I always want to, I'm not idle. I only want to use my hand to do something. 2015, full these 4 transits, big side mirror, you have the construction to Sariowa. I have 2 missiles today, professional missiles. The environment is toxic. You can't go. Whose parents or whose children will leave you? No, you are to Abowa or to create a company. But the few one we can also do, we are still trying to do it. This is how, at times, the society, where if your country is not good, your ancestral land is not good. It affects you. Most of us, we cannot really function here. You cannot open a business here. Because of your color, I'm on. Or do I take a company day, 15 euro per meter square, or you can also about 450. You have to walk before you can be able to amount to about 70 euro or 75 euro in a day. But they tell you when you start it gradually. Most of these engineers you are seeing today, many visitors in nowhere. A lot of you have seen me work here. There was a video I put it, more innovator one. I know there must be scandalism and a blast. There must be. But I've tested my own handle. I know what it takes. I'm a fast learner. That's why today, if you bug buduta, bring it on. Come and do the kind of advocacy in you. As people are not getting tired in making sack, I create topic. I'm not sending message. I'll not be message to. Look at what we are talking about and go and read the comments. I will tell you somebody today, my heading these days, article boom, at the message they can get to put it there. From a different perspective. That's how God does his things. Now, who are being energizing me? The very time I now know my own, that who you are now lies in your destiny. Or where then you start doing it like me. That's why knowing who you are very, very important. A lot of us today now, being that we are already in Christ, you'll become a new creature, all things are passed away, every day continue. We does not know that Christ is consciousness. Walking in the consciousness of Christ because he was a wise person. He was able to know that I cannot do this, I cannot do that. Now, the same consciousness was in Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. In the book of Daniel chapter 3 verse 14. They know that it was not lawful for them to serve another God apart from the Emidu. We will not bow down here. To this one, mighty bow down. That was why they succeeded. Because they know who they are. Because he does not know who you are. That's why you are being tossed up and down by every winds of doctrine. A Suleiman, where you boy, tell you, who you boy, or even idiot in the Facebook with you, no, what they be wash him, no, ye are the azingo. Nene Osalobo ani aga o Jesus Christ yan. Esimi yan. Yage no paro we owie na wo you o Jesus Christ ma save o normal because you be ya do. But for auto, here why mean can but the way they claim it, why bad things happening to them? Why this kind of critical bad thing happening to them? We don't know that some of all this here are GACY. For them to stay long in brainwashing you. They pay them for this brainwashing. They pay them for this indoctrination. But nobody pay me for what I'm doing. If you are able to, you are safe today. You are safe today, I'm safe. I'm fine. We are good to go. If you are fine, I'm fine, I'm good to go. Do you know how many people is sick today? What you follow with time will follow you. Where down this and that. You all will go to admission. But I'm standing tall. We are very lucky. All of our way they was so unwa wa man. Unwa wa man for real. Uno ma wa wa hin. Uno ma wa hin. Emi do our bless wa. These attack we are getting from your man no man. Ro de gbere. Oike de gbero we are true. But you does it. Oike de gbero re. That time we don't true that time. I get my rig my row. You know. Now that is it. If you look at that Ephesians 6 verse 3, it says, so that you may live well, you may go well with you, and that you may enjoy long life on earth. Honor your father and your mother. That's the first commandment with a promise. It is mandatory. There are people today who have insulted their father because of the first narrative of Jesus. Most of you, your father warned you. To the extent your father did not disown you because you were going to church. But today, now what may once at a time, somebody prayed. After praying, the pastor convinced her of a burial there. And another person told the same person where a pastor hammer where the road is clean. Another person that have this D5D dimensional consciousness told the person, please, why me a danger over there? Do you know all the prayer was a waste? The person you know why you talk about because of disobedience. Do you know what this very thing have cost? Most of you have not affected you because most of us, we have not even write the vision and make it plain. The very day you know you are, you know what you want. Or can when with the time you have spent abroad, what you would have achieved by now. Okay, now, is there no limitation today to the story I just told you? Finally, I bought my working tools. You know. 2015, this thing go home. But at the end of the day, I'm a Boko Haram everywhere. Then I have to rethink again and say, risking my life and all of other, this thing, my water, let's just see whether they may harm. Automatically, mama, have that not affected my own dream? You have affected it. That's why if the society is good, my dear, it will be very fine for everybody. That's why I'm fighting for enabling society. There are people these things affecting. If we man over finish upstairs, they can't sleep in the house. Why the people that have hotel, they are very happy. Most of the people that never pray for the society to be good are the hotel owners. Because if they wanted to go and stay in your house, now only ya GACY man over ya gbekwa, no ya we pattern ha me hotel. Okay, ya vie hotel. The house most people stay here abroad. They can even sleep with their father. Do you know why? Because of insecurity. That's why they cannot sleep. And they thought that now that their papa has now enemy day. Enemy not there. The very close brother no Bowaho when you always buwe or one of my not complete. If God want to even bless you, this €1 why have a lottery, it will give you a house of 200 million naira. There's this euro million just for you to select 5 number out of 50. Oh, I mean 200,000 euros. How much is 200,000 euros now? Those are low. You are able to get such a thing. We are not supposed to over-suffer. And thank God, those are want to be creative, so the matter of you, but you know, but we want to do everything by power. That's why the Bible says, not by power, not by man, but by the Spirit, said the Lord of all. What that Spirit? If not, we don't obey it. We always want to obey. Now, when there not be a Suleiman, you do attack me ruwe. We give no salobo attack concerning your father. Is that not a taboo? A Suleiman, you do attack me ruwe. We give no salobo attack concerning. How does that? I know. How does it become who he is? If not because of the lies and the deceit. They tell doctor, you know, but now wait over year school, but our father, the best midwife, see, was our grandmothers. No, what bioma? Oh, what be a bugbo? No more. Most of you were now, no, do the bona, what do the Jews are? Uhoma be we. Tell some people right now, they prefer to go and drink anointing oil than all your home. Always seen, because we will because cannot do I not like to do. One over why got no way who bolita, why we mean why so it's suffer no day. Suffer no day. When I say these people, here my way make me and anybody. Go confirm it suffer. Then they suffer mass one. People are going to hospital coming out every day by day. It was the decision they took 2020 by supporting a very bad narrative. Now I was watching the video where I am. I'm out of the theater because we want him in Wuna. All these are the work of the graphene and macroditis we were talking about. What if when the baby? I know quite all right. I know as all these things go to end. Who time, mommy? I know about it. So I was not only doing this thing, I do it for the Jews, for the Gentiles, and for other people. I was not segregative. I was preaching my preaching for everybody to be delivered irrespective of who listen to it and about it, but they don't want to about with this man to speak. With this man to speak. I was telling somebody, if Nama says, see, what you not do, at the time you don't go do what you're not supposed to do, man, they come they complain. Like, nobody will know the sick, we know. But at the time, if you got yourself involved over some certain things, or like the heading I put there, if anybody have told you where you are going to live long, you have your own role to play. I even quite down with one peer. Because you don't go do jazz medicine now. You don't go do gun medicine. Any small thing, one more weather there, more than stay behind. You won't but no, still run normally, still take over normally, still do your normal security, still run as you can. 9 months into the work. You don't say no you are more whether they might do what boss on one fool. Or what boss on one. Don't say because waste a knife and you see somebody carrying knife. Still dodge, still start blocking. Not say shook me now. My dog will allow. So everything have its own principles. Now if mistakenly, when you escape, he said you tried your possible best to escape, then he can still meet you and allow. Or even one more whether there, my dear. When you are supposed to even sustain for about 1 hour. Where 2 seconds to woof one. This is what is wrong with us. I cover myself with the blood of Jesus. I cover myself with that. Anytime I remember the mistakes that human being makes, or what demon. Why? Because we believe that there's somebody there. No, you will call that will come to your rescue, even without doing anything. They say a faith without works is useless. That's why you have to have something in your hand. Now today I give some testimonies about myself. This is what society does. I think society affects some people. Because what you felt other people are doing to make money, they provoke the supernatural. My father never did it. In his own time, as I when my father have an Ousn, at least all he made were sleeping in caves. One of the first person that brought civilization to Ronigbe. Atlantis is something. You know? Yeah. Now, where am I going to get it from? You see some people right now, they are provoking us spirit to make money. They are provoking us, they are doing all manner of things. Then you start looking at yourself. Don't even look at, don't see that these people are not existing. Don't even look at this and see maybe your mate don't build house. My dear, spend 40 years, even though you don't get land. On a very good day, if God won't give you house, my dear, He's going to give you house in the platter of gold. He's going to give you house in the platter of gold. Or I will say, no, rest. Everyone before we were born, we've already have a house. Naturally, we all have a house. Naturally, we all have a husband. Naturally, we all have a wife. Naturally, we all have children. It now depends on how you position yourself. And you may follow some friend or your frustration or achievement. So if you do at all yourself, or one man maybe we were do here. Imoton we few we may you. You know, we don't know where walk a motor made your moment. We're more here now. Imoto you say, no, ya bagby travel with the worry. At times, the services are rendered for people. Because if you call some person, they are not going to answer you on time. But before market, you may save money. That is life. At times, what you have, what the services you render to people, you will never see anybody in this world that do it for you. Maybe it is not you that is bad. It is the people that are just trying to wicked you for nothing. That's why we have to appreciate each other instead of, complain of each other. Me, I compliment people that much because I wanted to do learn this thing from my biological dad. This thing you have done. So that if I'm querying you next time, I also have the infantry to come and meet you in Nana Magba. That's why my late mother, blessed memory, or why walk love you, sir. A lot of people right now, you have never one day come and say, Chairman, I later that video, I really benefit from it. If you have been calling me, that's saying right, that is what you have to also call me. Chairman, lao, you have no right. That's what God has laid in my heart. Now, if you have been praising when we does well, if we also made mistake, okay, I will regulate it, don't worry. If you have been supporting us by one way or the other, then you have the right to come in. This thing, I'm funding it, thank God for some certain person. Was it not there for yesterday here? Or some get David is watching, he may not like this. He called me and said, Chairman, at least, you go, you have a day. Or you have a day for it. At least, you may have a subscription. I can't tell man, I forwarded an account for him. But is it only the one listening to the message? No. But he know the benefit he has benefited. He know that there is no other places he can get this kind of message. But the same people who brought up Christ to us to come and return to us and take away our destiny. Adeboye came out with capital letter or what when he read 100 times in here. But go and look at the havoc he's committing today. But you don't see any reason with it. Why? Because they are doing conjure. The same man, I will not a one world religion. The head. The church will be completed in Abu Dhabi. The church will be completed in Abu Dhabi. A time is also going to come. If they succeed, you can't even call yourself a Christian. Then, why do you think the Vatican is bringing out different laws? It is to prepare you ahead. Why did you think they are putting laws in everywhere? Then children from primary school as for teaching access education. On your monamuria. Why? Because they look at it that after they might have condemned you, the father, they want to also condemn the children so that the children will be useless. The children are given moral. How can it be a kakere? I can't get it. This is what a lot of people are supporting with our passport. Because we don't see anything wrong with it. After I want to make money. Go and sleep in the house. The very day you know where, even look at Jesus in the book of John. He came out from, where does he came? He was after fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. According to the story. I'm talking about the story of Jesus as a literature. Or as a metaphor or whatever. After I finished up the fasting 40 days and 49. Satan appeared to him. He said, turn this stone to bread. He had the power to turn it. But he still used some logic. He said, man shall not live by bread alone, excepting by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord. Now he tempted him again. He said, just from this off for, made your angel for use and guide you. Now he said, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. But the blood of Jesus. And Mama and the blood of Jesus in a video bona. Mama mio. This was how we put ourselves in precarious position today. A time you go to come, you are wild domain where a new being or do Allah. That Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. He said a time will come, 7 women will get hold of one man. By 2025, we are me. Omanoiro wodo ma bie to gaipa ya ka gno ya me mo maybe again AVF in order $20 million ya gno ya we. Now instead of us to digest the reward ni maya we ni, you watch my video, you know what my video you know you can wait me so me, but you can look at it. I'm still very fresh, so waniye we de ban ati won suhu wa suhu. Many are. Do you know calamity before these people? These are orator, Vedova. All we married for an bogbe. Okay, do you again 3 days or before days there? They are passing through one stress or the other. You don't support evil. When we say matter and stay clear, our God wants to repair this land. Join to repair the land. We have a benefit here. Very many. If you are under 5D dimensional consciousness, what free people no longer free you? There are comfortability God will give to you. It will settle you in some certain place in mama aspect. I can stay all my life here. I have a regret. Ill Africa. I'm not bothered. I don't know why. That's why anytime you are saying come to be, I don't even want to come here though. A city of blood in me. They have be do. That's why right now, what you support right now, it doesn't freaks me. My own is to correct the negative narrative of yesterday. That is my own duty. If you're able to correct this, we made up our mind and set up the goal for ourselves. Then we cannot start launching for a better society. Even when things are better tomorrow, with this idea, Project Bubi I was talking about yesterday, it might happen. A trumpet will blow. You see alien invasion. I will tell my rapture or even this in Yahweh. You'll be thinking people really rapture. They want to do everything. Where are CISI0NAL be here, you know? Now I feel good, I feel wealthy. They want to judge on certain persons. But the fight today, or you will continue. We are still on it. So me waking up today, standing representing millions and millions of people, I know what you may not value what I'm doing because you are still under 3D. But the people that is under 5D dimensional consciousness already know that even a man at Talona, there's a sense in it. There is a sense. So we are not doing SAG. You see what other people are doing recently? SAG from December to January. They are not tired. If those who are not energized by demons, do you think it's normal? SAG from December to January. They will enter. You think it's normal? That's weaponization of the social media space. Weaponized. The more demonic place you can be, they can spoil your head. The same way school and church was indoctrination center. The major indoctrination center that be projected by this social media. That's why they pay. What are you doing they are paying you for? Because you are making noise. Are you making any impact? What are you doing? No, tell me the teaching you are teaching that made them to give you money. Because they gave you money because they feel that you are doing their will. Brainwashing people. People are believing in you. That's why they create one problem or the other. This thing you are seeing now, Otana have a frequency. You see this Otana, it has a frequency. As I'm going closer right now, he will run. You see, he has a frequency. He has studied this environment. Mommy, you see, and if they run, they go. This is how, but do you know these people, they came to us, and we followed them. We didn't escape. When there was road for us to escape. So me bringing out different kind of topics, you know, pass baga. May you don't see uzegwe. That's it. Very very say it. Ni aya te ni man repeat mon bagbava. Asele we no ya bagba ni owe yo. So that's it. That's why you see people today we clap for them. Social media and now look at it. People are in platform constituting nuisance. People will give start to because somebody insulted another person. Even the school their children are attending, there is a law there that they want to start teaching sex education in the school they attend. They don't talk about it. Because the very day they talk about it, they will be demonetized. Who to do all? Nobody will already know. That's why many people who have sowed in tears will reap in joy. Many people who sowed in joy will reap in pain. So that's why you that is following us. Or when you spend it where your data you're watching, man, you also go to benefit. Galatians 6 verse 7 said, don't be deceived. Our God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sow, that shall reap. It means a lot of things. If you put a lot of things together today for your children, no matter whatever it takes, teach your children the right thing. Don't give them the notion that there is one man. Our people were taught that there is one man who can't move your way in authority. That you have to come and climb this place. For example, now me and Ousn David want to talk about some certain person. Let me show it to you. I have to climb. Let me just show it to you. I have to climb this place. Then while Ousn will also climb the other one. Because if we talk and I go here, just look at the brainwashing. That's the life most of us are living today. That's why they are furious about it. Also, where I want to go what they told 8 years imprisonment. The very day you start supporting evil, and if no where you enter, my dear, you will enter problem. The very day you were born to speak the truth, look for what God sent you to this life to come and do. If I keep on repeating it, every one of us we are sent to come and say the truth. Why there are some persons, because he were wicked here, always reincarnated that because if his father was a slave master. That's why there are leaders today, there are kings that can never do good. Because he starts from where his father stops. We're not Gbera, who would have also stand for the truth. You not join them because of money, because of hypnotization, indoctrination. We there here. I mean, you don't have problema contigo. C'est tout qui est un problema busca again. But if you call me for a problem, I'll give it to you double. Who does it? That's how God does his thing. So God will get there. The reason why I was able to kind of liaise a lot of points for us today is for you to know, always sow good seed. It is not all that are glitter are gold. If someone will tell you we live long, you have to also do something that will make you live long. The ministry of Jesus Christ that lasted just for 3 years, and he have not benefited us. He didn't benefit our parents. The very day our father started eating Ivaquin, eating chloroquine, in the name of this then their immune system fell down. That's why most of our father, after they were admitted in the hospital, I'm way dripping in the immune system no work. But our Edion who stay their lifetime in the village, so we do life don't because that time Benin City was like California of today. Oh, Iraq Dore. Awamri in Vacuum, and today people are dying. I mean, women, my son, 45 years in Ania. No, glorious as it. My son, our people are dying like flies. Why many are being injured? Because of why? in the book of Jeremiah 3, verse 15. He said, I'm going to be sending you a pastor according to my heart that will teach you with knowledge and understanding. Yeah, I am Monsaloba Wagi. In our own time to what we believe. I think the only man in Europe who did this kind of preaching. You have no cojones to do it. You can't do it. Because you were born to say fake stories. You can't do it now. Why are we here? How you want it done? So let me believe in you guys. God Almighty bless you all. As I've earlier said, today's date is 6th of March, Wednesday, 6th of March, 2024. If you learn on this very book, make sure you share because the thing. When I wait, they watch me so today I feel all of the way they watch. People like Ousn David. He talk and say, Mama Coca we can you talk. Messin Coca, let me screw the name. If I can be able to screw it to ending. I think Omo Bello Sage was also here. People that have commented. For allowing this video to come this and Mary Okoji. A lot of person watch and they did comment. So the God of Ancestral continue to bless and every one of you. So let remain blessed. Until I come across your way again, I remain Comrade Newton Igbenegun, the Bishop of Activism, the Hero for Democracy, Ambassador for Good Governance, CEO Civil Disobedience Worldwide, CEO Salvation for Humanity and Redemption. Then there are aquí un saludo. Gracias a todo y todas. Mi corazón está lleno con mucho emoción y ilusión. See you some other time. Ciao.